Buenos días. Bienvenidos a Isla Bonita. This is Cubulous, and here we are. Back in the city, baby. Sorry it's been so long. There's a fire going. Wait, how fast is the simulation going? Oh, it's going super fast. Let's slow down, baby. Slow down. There's no need to go so fast. We can go slow, baby. We can go as slow as you want. I've been doing some revamp. I've been doing some redo. I've been regretting my decisions. For example, let me show you. Okay, let me show you some of the stuff I've been doing. I didn't record it because, yeah, it would have been painful. This road. Oh, wait, I thought I paused you. Oh, look, they're using it. Yes, that's beautiful. Okay, this road used to go up here on the hill and curve with the train track. Sorry, what do you call this thing? The railroad, the rail line, the rail train tracks. And there was a bridge here, and then it came down here. I mean, everything was just in perfect not symmetry, parallelogram. No. It ran parallel to the train track, and it came down, and it came down through here and curved and met the road here. And I hated it. It just looked stupid. It looked unrealistic. So I undid it, and now I'm going with these tunnels instead. And believe it or not, this little section here took forever to do because the land did not want to work with me. It didn't want to slope right. It looked ugly, so I had to work with the terrain. I think I worked on it for like an hour and a half. I know that sounds ridiculous, but I couldn't help it. So now I like the look much better. But now what I'm trying to do is connect this highway, this 2-lane highway, with this 6-lane road. And this used to be a 2-lane road, but I changed it to 6-lane, and I'm much happier with it. Because that's going to be the main road out to the airport for these people. In fact, I guess I am a little worried that what if people coming from the airport, maybe I shouldn't connect that? Well, yeah, because if the big city's here, hopefully they'll be smart and take this highway out. They wouldn't be stupid and go like from here and then backtrack here and then get on over here. That would just cause major traffic issues for me. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens when the airport's actually built. Anyhow, I'm still going to go with this. Right now I'm working on a, let's show you. I'm working on an interchange here, kind of an on-ramp, off-ramp system. It's going to have to be custom because there's nothing on the workshop that'll fit my needs here that I've seen. And basically we're going to have on-off ramps here to connect to this 2-lane highway. So I'm going to work on that, and then I'll come back and show you, and I'll talk to you about what it is we're going to do in the episode today. I got some plans, baby. Okay, so there is the interchange. I think it turned out rather nicely. Cars are starting to use it. Where are they? You got anyone wanting to use my interchange? What about you? You reject me. It's okay, I can handle rejection. I can handle... Wait. Oh, there's somebody using it. I can handle rejection, man. Yeah, we got people using it. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do before we actually start the episode or start what I want to do for the episode. I want to put this river in. I want water to come down from the mountain. Do I want like a little lake over here? No, I don't want a lake, but I do want. By the way, I've decided we're gonna work on this section. We're gonna work on this area today. It's going to be good. It's going to be good stuff. I know exactly what I'm going to do as well. But that's a little surprise. You're just going to have to wait a moment. But I don't want to mess with the terrain too much here. I kind of like the way it looks. So I think what we're going to do is carve out... I think the water's going to come down from here and just curve there. And then maybe... No. I don't know. It would be nice to have water go through this little area here. But it just seems to me like I just want to spend like 5 hours reshaping this. And I like what the by the way, this hill, the actual map maker, the guy who made this map. I'm sorry, I don't know his name or her name. I'm gonna have to learn it because it's such an amazing map. I'll try to learn it for next episode. But he or she, this is his or her hill, and so I don't like messing with his or her design much. Unless it involves building a volcano or a mountain range. So yeah, I think I'm going to shape this out here and have the water come from here. let's have a look at what we've done so far. And the only thing I'm not happy with is this. I'll tell you why in a moment. But everything else I'm pretty pleased with. Pleased as punch. Pretty happy with the shorelines. The diversity of the shorelines. I like the bridge. And I like the split of the river there. And then it goes over on this side and runs down through here out to the ocean. Oh, yes. Okay. So the only thing I don't like is this water source. It just looks a little forced. So I'm thinking what I may do is move the water source up here. And maybe put a waterfall here. Like a big waterfall. I think that could look pretty good. But I'll probably do that on a stream. I'm not going to do it right now. And also I'm going to add rocks to the shores and, vegetation. Fauna, if you will. Flora, not fauna. Flora. But not now. Not on this episode. This episode, I want to get to work on adding to this area. I want to put residents. I believe I want them over in this area. I'm not completely sure. Let me look around for a minute. Let me see. Okay, I've decided to start right here. I've already put down some roads over here, and I will put some residents here at some point, but I want to put some housing here, and I want the road to come out from here. Let's see, what do we have? We have old street lamp. That should do. I'm going to curve this one like so. Yeah, that works. And then I want it to kind of go up. Yeah, this will look good. I want it to curve around this hill. Hopefully this will work. See what that looks like. Yeah, that works. A bit of a question mark. Kind of looks like a question mark. And then we can have dirt roads kind of going off from there. Let's make them straight. Like that. I want really, really small houses up here on the hill. I don't want... this is not going to be luxury housing, that's for sure. Why is it doing that? Oh, I know why. Oh. Crap, I had the wrong... We gotta redo that. I had the wrong setting on. It was good for that, but now I need you to just stay no straight slope. Okay, let's try that again. So we have a house going off from there. Try to make that as parallel as possible. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And then probably have some houses up on the hill as well. Let's start with that. Okay, now I need to make a new district. Now that may look a little, I know that may look a little haphazard what I just did, but I think once the houses are in, it's going to look pretty good. Because again, the houses up here on the hill are strictly... In fact, I don't like that at all. Let's leave stuff off that hill. The houses up on this hill are strictly low income, like really, again, more kind of, I hate using the term poor people, because they're not actually poor. Okay, so like I said in the last video, I spent some time in Panama, and the thing I noticed, I spent some time among people who lived in places that, yeah, that might work. Lived in places where the houses, there were dirt floors, and it was, made out of, the houses were pretty humble. But they were so happy. They didn't worry about psychological problems like, what's my role in life? Will I ever be happy? Am I ever going to get married? Just stuff like that, They didn't worry about stuff like that. They just lived, and they loved life, and it was great. I've always tried to remember that in my life. Not always to varying degrees of success. Let's see. That's exactly where I was. What the heck. So that's what this area is for. This area is going to be for the people who don't have a lot. materialistic wise, or as far as materialism goes, they don't have a lot, but they are rich in spirit. Yeah. So let's see. Let me what I got to do now is first I forget. Let's see. We can do this together. I need to make this into a new district over here. Not sure what I'm going to call it yet. What do we have so far? We have Playa Hermosa, Cerro de Oro, Buena Vista, Sierra de Plata, Volcán Barú, which is named after a real volcano in Panama, by the way. Monte de Espectadores, and Meadow Heights. Now we'll give it a better name. See, I used Bella Vista over here. Oh, that's Buena Vista. Let's change this one to... No, that actually, yeah, Buena. Let's leave it. And this one's going to be... Yeah. And then this one here is going to be... Bella Vista. Right? Oops. Bella Vista. Excellent, because the view from here is beautiful. Okay, time for the grand experiment. Every time I do this, I wonder if it's really going to work. Let's let it run. See how populated it is. If they're not close enough together, I really want these houses to be just jammed right next to each other, you know? And if they're not, then I'm going to change it. You know what? Way too many of these. I'm going to turn that off. In fact, let's do that now. Oops. That is my favorite little... I love that thing down by the beach, but here it's just taking over. It's like a disease. This little asset here. The cherry residence. The cherry residence. Nope. Sorry. I'm going to have to unwelcome you from the party. Let's go into the theme manager. Let's see where the districts... Oh, wait. Bella Vista. Not Bella. Themes. Theme manager. Hillside Humble. Show me these. Where is it? Show me... No, it's not showing me on the custom. Where is it? Slum. Too bad. Too bad, so sad. Bye-bye. Okay, now let's let it run again. And that should only put down these humble little houses. The only problem is they may not be close enough together. So far, it's not looking too bad, though. I may need to make the streets even closer together. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think the streets need to be even closer. Let me fix that, and I'll be right back. There we go. That's a little bit more like it. I like it. Now, I know we got... Oh, look, I love that they change color. That gives a little more diversity. But I really want these tin roofed shacks. Tin roof! Rusted. And, yeah, that's what we need, baby. And we probably need to make it even more dense. With more roads, maybe. I don't know. Another thing I noticed when I was down there is that there were a ton of trees. There's so much green. There's so much flora. Vegetation. Shrubbery. So I'll probably add a bunch more trees in there, too. It's just about time to end this episode. But before we do... Let's have one last look at this neighborhood and some of the stuff I've done off camera. I added a ton of greenery. When I was down in Panama, sorry, I know I've said that like a million times in this episode. There were these huge, tall patches of grass, and they would cut them with machetes. It was really cool. So I tried to add that in as much as possible. I'm really afraid I'm going to reach the prop limit, otherwise I would spam it even more. Do you know if grass counts as a prop? I know there's a way to, like, undo the prop limit, but I don't know if I want to do that. I kind of like the prop limit. Because that'll keep me from going overboard with assets, and... I don't want to get to the point where I can't even load this thing, you know? Anyway, it's tightly packed. There's a lot of foliage. Just everything I dreamed it would be and more, except for the roads, of course. But I don't really have an option there. The only other option would be to paint it. Let's see, is that what we want? Yeah, that is what we want. Oh, that's what I should do up here. I'm not going to do it right now, though. I'll probably do it on stream. Off camera. Oh, that looks a lot better, doesn't it? That tones it down so much. I just don't want to do it everywhere. Like, I don't want to just do a blanket paint because... oh, man, fine. I'll do it. I'll be right back. All right, let's have a couple comparison shots. Here are the roads with the green... What would you call it? The grass paint? What's it called? Ruined. Decorate terrain cells with ruined terrain. So that's the ruined terrain. I like that because... let's turn this back. I like that because it's greener. It's more subdued. Oops, I missed a spot. You missed a spot? Oh, I missed a spot there too. Oop, I missed a spot there too. Okay, I'm going to have to go through and cover up spots. There's one there. Oh, jeez. But I do like that because it's more subdued. However, I was comparing it to this other neighborhood which I've built, which I haven't shown you yet, but I guess I have now. And I actually like the bright dirt roads. I like them both equally. So what do you guys think? Why don't you guys tell me in the comments what you like best? And maybe I'll go with a consensus. Oh, another asset I downloaded. Let me show you really quick. I downloaded this church. It's kind of supposed to be like an evangelical church there. Down in Central America, they have a lot of those. I guess they do in the Midwest and the United States too. I don't know about other countries. I'm sure they're there as well. And there's another one there. So yeah, made them a little happier. And then the last thing I want to show you, if I can get rid of that. How do we... oh, oops. Yes, that's right. I did a ton of work over here on the waterfall area. We actually streamed it. We had a good time, and I added in rocks and leaves and trees and such as. This path here is not complete yet. Let's just paint it in. I guess it could be complete, right? Let's at least paint over it and get rid of the odd man out texture. There we go. I mean, I guess it could just go there. I thought about, however, extending it down this. Oh, it could be cool. Do you know what would be cool? Is if the path came down here through this little gully, and then maybe it went under the railroad tracks and crossed a bridge here and met up with this neighborhood. But that's another idea for another day. Let's have one last look at the river we made. This is completely unfinished, but I'm not going to work on it until I start building houses over here, until I start filling that in with residentials and whatnot and such as. But I think the waterfalls look pretty good. I'm very happy with how this little fork turned out. In fact, I'm almost wondering if I should get rid of the water in here and just have it go two separate ways. That's another thing. What do you think? What's your opinion on that? Or do you like that there's a little island there? The island is beautiful. Anyhow, guys, that's going to do it. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I hope you like what we did. Like I said, it turned out just the way I hoped it would. And thank you so much for watching. And as always, I appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time on Cities Skylines.